Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda! Ooga booga booga! So, you may notice that my rupees are, a little different from where they were last time. OBS shat a turd out of me.
Yep.
So now we get to do this again.
I forgot what buttons to press.
Uh-oh. Michael, this isn't gonna work
So,
well.
yeah. We actually successfully got this at the end of the previous episode originally. But OBS derped, lost the footage of me actually Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah!
Oh my god, I
Yes!
the first try! How the fuck did I do that?
Of course.
Of course it would be this time.
Okay, anyway, yeah. OBS screwed up. I didn't lose the full recording, but we did lose the end of the previous episode in which I actually really did get it, and I had to record me saying some different dialogue. You'll probably notice the difference in tone. And we lost the start of this episode.
Yes.
At the start of this episode, we went and placed the piranha plant where it goes, which is in this room. Yes.
I think so. Every single one of
It's
these
the one
actually
that-
appears in this game, doesn't it?
Yes, piranha plant. Okay.
I don't remember piranha plants in the game.
Yeah, they were in one of the pipes in the sideways areas.
Yeah, and they're also in some of the
that's right.
levels as well. The first place you see them is, I can't remember. First place I saw Goombas, though, is when you're going to Koholint Castle. Anyway, and the original version of the start of this episode... Ow, that didn't happen.
Good job.
Stupid dog. We come up here to see if we can do any fishing. And no, there's no shimmer. So it was pointless. So then we talked about, oh, where is it we can go right now? Let's play the song. Then we look at the map, and it's like, okay, we pretty much got everything I can get in pretty much every area. And now it's time to go to the next dungeon. And originally I warped here. No, I warped here. Then I thought, you know what? We should probably just come back up here instead. I mean, when else are we ever going to use this warp point? And then Robert was like, yeah, pretty much never.
Pretty
So,
much.
yeah, we did lose a bit of footage, but not too much. We were able to, whoops, not do that. So, beyond the other side of this cave is the rest of the original episode. It literally cuts back in right when I walk into this cave.
Yeah, it's weird.
So we'll see you for the rest of the original episode.
Bye.
I don't know why, but I thought that was a ladder. This works too, though. Crap, even more!
Also, if you didn't know, the bird's tower here was supposed to be a reference to the Tower of Hera.
From, Link's Ice. No, wait, no!
Failure.
Never mind. You didn't see nothing, guys. Avert thy eyes. Now I gotta find Terry Land just so I can warp again.
You're a drip.
Okay, let's try this one more time. And if I don't succeed, then I fail.
And the
Yes.
testing will be over.
Because people die when they are killed.
So yeah, we're actually sharing this dream with the Windfish.
Hey! Spoilers!
Hey, we already know this place is an illusion.
Wait, what if my whole being was an illusion? What if I'm undoing my own life?
Somehow I doubt
What
it.
if A Link to the Past isn't real? What if it's all a part of the dream?
It's most definitely not.
Am I going the right way? No.
I don't believe so.
So yeah, that's why there's so
Wait,
many...
wouldn't it have been faster to go through... Ah, whatever.
It's actually theorized, I'm pretty sure, that all of the enemies here that aren't like Mario and Kirby references might have actually been brought here by Link entering the dream.
Well, I mean, when you first show up, they say the monsters basically were non-existent until you appeared. So the dream had no monsters in it until Link got here and brought the nightmares of his A Link to the Past with him.
Except for possibly the Mario and Kirby references.
Yeah, because obviously those don't exist in Link to the Past.
Nope.
I think Robert already said this, but this is the Link that has been in the most games.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 confirmed. Possibly 5 if he's the same one in A Link Between Worlds, but I don't think he is.
He is not. He's a different one.
Upstairs.
Ah, Ah, there we go.
But the first Link we ever saw was in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Well, the very
There we
first Link was in 2 games.
The
Well,
very first Link in the timeline was in 1 game so far.
Oh no, it's
hello.
Marin!
Somebody help!
Hey, Link! Someone's just put me up here. What should I do? I'm afraid of tall, tall heights.
Don't worry, baby, I got you.
Whoosh!
Yow! That was a surprise. Link, thank you. ... Say, Link. I don't know how to say this, but...
Interruptions! Robert, I think.
Yeah.
Marin!
He's got mushrooms on him.
Huh? Terran?
What in Terran Nation?
Never mind. I gotta go.
It's I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Wait, I thought you were going to smooch me. Get back here. That's
Bye,
the reason I
Marin.
rescued you.
I love how she says she's afraid of heights, but she can jump down off a cliff.
Oh, great. More interruptions.
Who? That girl sang her song in front of the egg. Her Ballad of the Windfish is a song of awakening.
Already got it.
Did she actually intend to wake the windfish? The next siren's instrument is in the west. Play your melodies so the unliving stones might hear. Show your courage. The windfish waits for you. Woohoo!
He just alluded to 2 songs you have to get. The only 2 required songs. One of which was required just to get into the last area. The other one, which if you don't have, well, he just alluded to the fact that you need to get it.
Okay.
Blech. Now I will go down here. Also, I'm taking your skull. It's mine now.
Then it poofs. I heard it poof.
You can't have it. It's mine. Starring Scrooge McDuck.
Don't you make Link Baron?
Nobody is going to get that reference because I made it on our old channel. And I'd redo the project if all the music on it wasn't freaking copyrighted.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that technically, unless
Ow.
you own the game now, you can't re-download it.
Well, I do own the game.
And if I'm saying, if you don't already own it, you can't get it.
Yeah, it's locked out of being purchased again. Just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, which I wish I'd downloaded on the eShop before the Spirit Cause. Even though, by today's standards, it's a terrible name, it is a game from my past that I really enjoyed playing as a kid.
We're almost to 50.
And the sad part is, I'm not nearly as good at it now as I was when I was a kid.
And so you still can't get past that, huh?
No, I mean, I played the game better as a child than I can now. It's because games just function differently than they did back then. All of the games on the NES had a high difficulty curve, and it was either you played it or you didn't. And then all of the games of this era and a couple eras before it came along, and they were visually stunning and all that stuff, but they're also massively easier, especially with regenerating health bars and all that crap.
Yeah.
In the old games of the NES, it was one or done. Not one and done, one or done. You either beat it or you're finished.
I see a cracked wall.
Me too.
Kirby's Adventure would like to have a word with you.
Yeah, well, that was after save batteries were invented. Which, by the way, you can thank the Legend of... Ooh, hello! You can thank the Legend of Zelda on the NES for that. The first game in history to feature a save battery, so that you didn't have to use the stupid password system.
And I wonder if any of the original runs still have a functioning save battery.
Mine does. So does my copy of Zelda 2.
Some save batteries run out, some don't.
Also, if you didn't have the mirror shield...
I know what to do! Charge! Charge!
If you did not have the mirror shield, you would not be able to come this way.
I want to do it like that. Haha, I made it!
In pain.
Okay, let me show you how you're supposed to do it. Just like that. Oh, that's not the jump button. That's the bomb button.
You think the
You're
bomb
supposed
would
to
have
just do this.
exploded immediately?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure in the original game when you had your shield out, you didn't change directions, and that made this easier.
No, you still change directions.
Oh. Is there any way to lock yourself in a direction?
Nope.
Huh. Well, whatever. Screw you, Flame.
It would have been funnier if that was a heart.
It would have been funnier if the Flame set the bomb off.
Oh, hey, would you look at that?
Interesting.
Finally,
That also
we
wasn't there originally.
finally have a teleport for this area. Which would have bet it's the middle of that circle of rocks. I was right!
We need to be right around.
I made that bet in my mind before you spoke.
What's our number? Oh,
48.
2 more.
Ooh, only 2 left. I bet they're in the dungeon. Or maybe one's from Dante. I bet there's at least one in the dungeon.
Well, we know what this place is.
The head of the turtle is in your way. Put life into it and it will move. It's true! True! Bye. Click.
Head of what turtle? Thanks for spoiling the game.
I remember this now.
And if you ask me, this is a reference to Turtle Rock from the Link to the
It
Past.
probably is.
It is obviously a reference to that.
Except in Link to the Past, the Tower of Hera was left of Turtle Rock. And Turtle Rock's in the location of the Eagle Tower.
Yep. But this is Koholin
I
Island.
see a bird statue.
Yeah, I've been there already. Whoops. I was not even remotely trying to go in there, just so you know.
were.
Alright, should be obvious what to do here. Kill all these annoying pests.
Well, that's part of it.
Wow, that looked like it was on the ground. Alright, so I'm supposed to play this one, right? Oh, that did nothing. The game's broken. Bye, guys.
Yeah, sure.
I have an idea. It did not work.
Oh no! This stone! It come to life!
Hey, Robert, guess what? Oh, never mind. It's still there.
What were you trying to do?
What is...
The stupid... I was trying to override the sound from... I just gotta use bomb arrows or something.
Oh, now we can damage it normally. Oh wow, he does a full 2 hearts worth of damage.
I'm gonna let this power run out so you can hear the freaking musics.
We can.
There we go. Oh, I thought that would kill you by now.
Wow, even with your double defense, this guy still does a full heart per hit. I thought it was 2, but it's actually just 1.
So there was a boss. Just to reach a dungeon.
There's a boss just to enter the dungeon, yes.
Yep, and
That's utterly terrifying.
And it reminded me of Gleeok.
this is Turtle Rock.
At least I think Gleeok's the one I'm thinking of.
Down in Turtle Rock.
Robert, is it?
Down in Turtle Rock.
I don't think Robert's listening.
The turtle? I mean, you mean the dragon boss from the original Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, the one where the second time you fight it, it splits off and follows you around the room.
Oh, it always does that. Yeah, that's Gleeok.
Okay. Just gotta make sure because there's also the one from the first level, which was a dragon, which you fought from the side. Okay, yeah, that's it. So I did get the right name.
Yeah, Aquamentus and Gleeok are both from the first game. And they're reused in other
oracles.
games in the series. I think Aquamentus actually gets used like twice.
Well, that's a quick
good.
mid-boss. No!
Let me guess. Is their dungeon is reskin mid-bosses?
I don't think so.
Well, if you think about the context of the original game, red enemies were weak and blue enemies are stronger. That was the blue version of the ones I've fought before, which are red.
Oh, so those are Hinoxes. Oh, I remember this.
Oh, I gotta press A. I remember these as well, but I don't remember them looking quite like this. To me, they always look like printers. They're literally printing tiles for me to walk on.
Yep, and you have to fill every space in order to get a chest or a room to be solved. Oh, hey! We can't light these torches.
I feel like we need
okay, this works, right? No.
Sure it does.
Now, to be honest, I already know about this. I already knew about this.
I know what the level weapon is, obviously, because I played the original. But I'm trying not to spoil things for people who haven't played the original.
Yes, which is why I didn't say what it was.
You gotta remember, the majority of people who are watching Let's Plays on YouTube are people who weren't even alive when the game came out.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
A lot of the people who are potentially viewing this game actually did not play the original. Thank you, Robert, so quit spoiling things.
I don't remember everything because this is the one. This is the big one I played the least.
Ow!
Tonight we're gonna party like you got 1999
Lives. Well, that sound played twice. Another mini boss.
Okay, I guess you are gonna fight a bunch of bosses.
Ow. I was trying to jump over it and I thought I overshot.
I don't remember the thing's name anymore.
Rapey Roller Guy. Thank you. Oh, it's one of these. Die!
Freaking room sucks.
I got the compass.
Before the map.
I got a serious case of compass.
Did I go up here yet?
No.
No.
Oh, hey, it's Fire. Actually, I don't know if his name is Fire.
Is he Vire the Dark Adonis?
No, that's Vire's. Vire is a recurring mini-boss from the Oracle series.
Oh.
But the Oracle came after this, so they reused them from this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also remember being a lot more of a pain in the ass to handle than that.
In the Oracle games, he was, but
I can't remember. Did the original games Father's Sword have sword names? I think it did.
Yes.
Okay.
And it could break pots.
By the way, I wanted to say in that episode, when I got it, that I remember it being called the Father's Sword, but Robert beat me to it. You jackass stole my line. But I also scoured the internet, and nowhere on the freaking internet do I see a reference whatsoever to a sword in any Zelda game being called the Father's Sword. Yet I specifically remember that being the name of it. It's like the internet doesn't even know. And that confused... It made me think that maybe I was full of false memories. But since Robert said it, it kind of confirms that it really was there. Because it's unlikely that two different people have the same thought about something. The name of... Well, then again... everybody does remember possible. the Bearstein Bears? It was... Now, I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's not Bearstein.
Berenstein.
Berenstein? I don't know. Obvious treasure is obvious.
Also, it's impossible to fill in that center area completely.
Map.
There's the map.
I'm quadruply defensive.
Hey, you got a Guardian Acorn. That's better than a Guardian... Oh, wait.
Are we both that Guardian stick in the eye?
No, I was about to say it's better than a Guardian Acorn.
Oh.
Sorry, that was an H.C. Bailey reference.
I pressed the jump button, but the jump didn't button.
Not content to fall into a pit, he has to fall into the pit filled with liquid rock.
I like
That was
when we both
broke.
made different H.C. Bailey references.
Listen, I don't care if it's called magma or lava, it's liquid rock.
Lava is when it's under the ground. I mean, magma is when it's under the ground, and lava is when it's a beak in my hand. Oh, another mini-boss.
It's time to play fetch. Sit, stay,
So I
play
can just
dead.
hurt you manually now, right? Damn Koholin sword.
Dead.
I think the last one would have been funnier if you had to get the ball from him first.
Oh, I wanted to play with the ball some more. I wanted to play with the ball some more, guys.
Ball somewhere?
Stop fondling your ball.
Anyway, with that retarded thing out of the way, we'll see you guys in the next episode because we run out of time for this one. Bye, guys.